There was a time when the global music industry viewed K-pop as a distant phenomenon. Something powerful, yes, but still confined to a specific cultural space. That time is long gone. And standing at the center of that shift is a name that continues to echo across continents: Jungkook. From sold-out stadiums to chart-dominating singles, Jungkook has never been a stranger to success. But what is unfolding now feels different. It is not just about music anymore. It is about influence, global, undeniable, and rapidly expanding. In recent months, fans have noticed something subtle, yet impossible to ignore. Jungkook's presence is no longer limited to performances, albums, or occasional brand deals. Instead, it feels like he is everywhere. Fashion campaigns, global advertisements, media coverage, and international discussions. The question that once felt impossible to ask is now being whispered across fan communities, industry forums, and social media threads. Is Jungkook quietly becoming the main global face of BTS? To understand the weight of this question, one must first understand the group behind it: BTS. For years, BTS has been known not just as a group, but as a movement. Their strength has always come from unity. 7 members, each with a unique identity, contributing equally to a shared vision. No single center, no fixed face, just a group that redefined what it means to be global. And yet, something has shifted. Jungkook's recent activities have taken on a scale that feels different. While all members continue to hold immense individual power, Jungkook's reach appears to be expanding in a way that naturally draws attention. His campaigns are not just local or regional, they are global, often targeting audiences far beyond the traditional K-pop market. This is not a sudden change, it is the result of years of gradual growth. But now that growth is accelerating. There is a moment in every artist's career when recognition transforms into something bigger, into presence. For Jungkook, that moment may have already passed. Across multiple continents, his name has become instantly recognizable, not just among fans, but among general audiences. His songs have charted globally, his performances have gone viral, his image has appeared in places where K-pop once struggled to reach. This level of recognition is not easy to achieve. It requires more than talent. It requires adaptability, charisma, consistency, and perhaps most importantly, it requires connection. Jungkook has mastered that connection. Whether through music, visuals, or simple moments shared with fans, he has created a bridge between cultures, one that feels natural rather than forced, and brands have noticed. In the world of entertainment, brand partnerships are more than just endorsements. They are signals of influence, signals of market value, signals of who holds attention on a global scale, and Jungkook's signals are becoming louder. Recent months have seen an increase in high-profile collaborations, many of which are designed for global audiences rather than specific regions. These are not short-term campaigns. They are strategic alignments between an artist and a brand's identity. Why Jungkook? The answer lies in what he represents. He is not just a K-pop idol. He is not just a singer. He is a global figure who resonates across cultures, languages, and demographics. Brands are not just choosing Jungkook for visibility, they are choosing him for relevance. And that distinction matters. It did not take long for fans to connect the dots. Online discussions began to emerge, quiet at first, then growing louder. Why is Jungkook everywhere? Is he becoming the face of the group? Is this intentional or just natural? These questions are not accusations, they are observations. Fans have always been deeply attentive to every detail surrounding BTS. They notice patterns, changes, and shifts that others might overlook. And the pattern here feels clear. Jungkook's global exposure is increasing. But what does that mean for BTS as a group? This is where the conversation becomes more complex, because BTS has never been about one person. From the very beginning, the group has emphasized unity, 7 individuals moving as one. Each member has their own strengths, their own audience, their own influence, and that has not changed. Yet, in the global market, visibility often operates differently. Not all members are promoted equally in every campaign, and not every opportunity can include the entire group. This is not unusual. It is the reality of a global industry, but it creates a delicate balance. If one member becomes more visible internationally, does that shift the perception of the group? Or is it simply a reflection of individual growth? There are 2 ways to interpret what is happening. The first is simple. Jungkook's rise is natural. He has always been one of the most popular members of BTS, known for his versatility, performance skills, and global appeal. As the industry expands, it makes sense that he would receive more international opportunities. The second interpretation is more strategic. This could be a calculated move. In a highly competitive global market, having a strong individual representative can strengthen a group's overall presence. Jungkook's widespread recognition could serve as a gateway, bringing new audiences into BTS as a whole. But without official confirmation, these remain speculations, and that uncertainty is what keeps the conversation alive. With visibility comes pressure. Being seen everywhere is not always a blessing. It can also be a burden. Every move becomes watched. Every decision becomes analyzed. Every silence becomes questioned. For Jungkook, this level of attention is not new, but it is intensifying. And fans are beginning to ask another question: at what cost? Because behind the global campaigns, the headlines, and the numbers, there is still a person navigating an unprecedented level of fame. No discussion about Jungkook or BTS can exist without acknowledging the fandom. ARMY has always played a crucial role in shaping narratives, amplifying achievements, and protecting the group's identity. And in this situation, reactions are mixed. Some fans celebrate Jungkook's success, viewing it as a well-deserved recognition of his talent and hard work. Others express concern, worried that the focus on one member could overshadow the group's unity. Neither perspective is wrong. They simply reflect different ways of understanding growth. As 2026 unfolds, one thing is certain. All eyes are on Jungkook, and not just because of what he has already achieved, but because of what might come next. Will his global presence continue to expand? Will BTS return with a unified strategy that reshapes the conversation? Or will Jungkook's individual path continue to evolve in ways no one expects? For now, there are no clear answers. Only patterns, only questions, only anticipation. As discussions surrounding Jungkook continued to spread across fan communities in early 2026, one theme appeared repeatedly: expectation. Not just ordinary anticipation for new music, but an overwhelming sense that something major was quietly unfolding behind the scenes. For many fans of BTS, Jungkook's journey has never been simple. From debuting as the youngest member to becoming one of the most recognizable global artists, every step of his career has been watched, analyzed, and celebrated. But now, after completing his military service, the expectations placed upon him seem heavier than ever before. Fans are not just waiting for a comeback, they're waiting for answers. Is Jungkook returning as the same artist they knew before enlistment? Or has something fundamentally changed? Recent fan discussions suggest that many believe he is entering a new phase, one that may redefine not only his solo identity, but also the future direction of BTS as a whole. This belief has been fueled by subtle shifts in his public presence. Fewer spontaneous appearances, more controlled communication, and a noticeable emphasis on privacy. While these changes are understandable for an artist of his stature, they have also created an atmosphere of uncertainty. And in the world of K-pop, uncertainty often leads to speculation. Silence can be powerful, especially in an industry built on constant visibility. For Jungkook, silence has become one of the most discussed aspects of his post-service era. During his earlier career, Jungkook was known for his frequent live broadcasts, candid interactions, and spontaneous moments that allowed fans to feel connected to him on a personal level. Platforms like Weverse became essential spaces where he shared his thoughts, music, and everyday experiences. However, in recent months, fans have noticed a shift. His appearances have become less frequent. His messages, while still warm, appear more measured. The carefree spontaneity that once defined his interactions has been replaced with a more cautious tone. Some fans interpret this as maturity, a natural evolution as Jungkook grows both personally and professionally. Others, however, view it differently. They see it as distance. On platforms such as Reddit and Twitter, discussions have emerged questioning whether Jungkook is intentionally stepping back from the public eye. Some fans have even speculated that this silence could be part of a larger strategy, perhaps related to an upcoming project that has yet to be revealed. But without official confirmation, these theories remain just that, theories. What is clear, however, is that silence has become one of Jungkook's most powerful forms of communication.